You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Now, Rhodes, you are a Celtics fan, right?
I am, yeah. It's kind of weird. The finals are my two favorite teams. Two teams I'd be rooting for, the Mavericks and the Celtics.
Yeah.
Celtics get the nod, though, at the end of the day.
Celtics get the nod?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
For you, yeah. So then NBA Finals Game 1 was last night, and the Celtics blew out the Mavericks. Now, we were actually talking before the stream. They're like, Jeff Van Gundy, those guys ain't out there anymore. They're gone. People are destroying ESPN for a horrible halftime show. Folks, the halftime show pretty much consisted of commercials. Very little breakdown. This is
People were getting like 30 seconds and back to commercial kind of thing.
right. Look here. Look at this. ESPN panned for embarrassing NBA Finals halftime show. If you missed ESPN's halftime show for Game 1 of the NBA Finals on Thursday night, you didn't miss much. The Boston Celtics dominated the first half of Game 1. When the second quarter ended, the ESPN ABC broadcast went to commercial. When it came back, Mike Breen and JJ Redick did the Getting Buckets segment. Redick focused on Boston's great three-point shooting in the first half. The segment lasted about 20 seconds. When it was done, the broadcast cut away to another commercial break. Now, I'm not going to play the clips here. We'll probably get copyrighted anyway. I mean, just imagine, hey, 20 seconds commercial. Then they come back again. It says after the commercial break, the halftime show resumed with the on-site studio team. Host Malika Andrews kicked it off over to Michael Wilbon, who was impressed with the key play of Kristaps Porzingis playing in his first game in more than a month after returning from injury. Bob Myers and Stephen A. Smith also both spoke. They also spoke briefly, my goodness, in a segment that rounded up lasted a minute.
Wow.
Before going to commercial, Andrews threw in a teaser that New York Knicks forward Josh Hart, who was at the desk but said nothing in the previous segment, would talk about how to slow the Celtics down after the commercial. As it turned out, the brief commentary of Wilbon, Myers, and Smith was the studio crew's longest non-commercial segment of halftime. Hart did talk about how Dallas can slow the Celtics down, but the segment lasted roughly 20 seconds.
So we're at a minute 50 right now.
Roughly.
A minute 50? That's what we're at right now. Wow.
Yeah.
And how long was commercial break? Like 3 minutes?
I'm not really sure. Probably a minute or two. I don't know. And that was it for the studio crew. When the broadcast returned from commercial again, it was the game's announcers Breen, Redick, and Doris Burke. Breen shared the first half stats. Redick and Burke both offered a brief commentary on the first half. By the time Burke was wrapping up her thoughts, the third quarter had already begun.
Dude,
wow.
how much you want to bet that this is in large part a byproduct of the fact that ESPN is hemorrhaging money compared to years ago when NBA would have really been drawing some ratings. All their political agendas, their woke agendas, they've lost so many viewers. We know that Disney has lost a great amount of value over the last 36 months. So they just said, bleep it. We'll just run nothing but commercials to try to maximize the amount of money we can make on. I mean, that's the kind of desperation combined with the fact that, let's be real, a lot of the good people that you would want to hear at ESPN have been laid off. They've been fired.
Right.
I mean, who do you want to hear? I'm sorry. I told you last night. I turned it on, and I was like, J.J. Redick and Doris Burke? I mean, nothing against either one of those guys, but you're not Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah.
You know, you're not Mark Jackson. I mean, you're just not. And I was like, wow, and this is the finals. You know, I was like, good luck, Mike Breen. Try to save it, I guess. Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah. And ESPN is getting destroyed for this. This person says, ESPN trotting out the most embarrassing halftime show. It's the NBA Finals, and they put up about 45 seconds of analysis. Wow. Another person says, that was halftime show for the finals, ? Josh Hart said, one sentence, LOL. Strong 35-second segment for ESPN halftime between commercials. No offense to the ABC halftime crew, but I can hear the Red Panda music in the background, and they should be showing her instead. I feel like ESPN should show the halftime performance on the court over the ESPN halftime show. This last one here says there's nothing I hate more in sports broadcasting than ESPN, ABC's halftime show during the finals. Why would a studio show when they say 2 words before break? Yeah. I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it, but man, that's embarrassing.
There's no secret. There's a reason why Inside the NBA is considered the best, maybe the best studio show in all of sports, even above what happens in the NFL. Charles
it's going away. It's going away after next season.
I would believe that somebody is going to save that show. I would guess.
Maybe Disney will say, "Hey, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq, come over here and work for us."
My guess it'll be NBC or Amazon Prime, one of the two, because they especially don't sleep on Amazon because we know Amazon's willing to overpay.
Yeah, they are.
To and create these shows.
Plus, Barkley said, "Man, he don't really want to work that much, so maybe Prime would be the best one."
Maybe, yeah,
it could be.
Yeah.
Man, but that's pretty pathetic, man.
The NBA is. Look, I know people have went out there, and yes, in some cases the ratings are better, but don't lose sight of the fact that the NBA, just 8 years ago was pulling about 10 million more viewers than they're pulling now.
Yeah. I mean, the ratings, man, are bad for the finals.
Yeah,
they're just
nowhere
flat out bad.
Close to where they were.
They're like
at
all-time bad.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.